Everybody, welcome to Revitalise Meets, where I get the opportunity to meet business leaders, business entrepreneurs, and key influencers across the global business community. And today comes with no question a great connection to meet and have a great conversation with. The gentleman's got over 25 years of marketing experience. He's been helping many business owners to maximize their marketing budget, assisting them in growing leads, traffic, and sales. Can you please welcome with me today the one, yes, but the only, Mr. Mark Connolly of Marketing Mavens. Mark, how are you this morning?
Thanks very much, and thanks very much for the introduction. I feel like Chesney Hawkes, the one and only.
As long as you don't start singing that song, Mark. Well, maybe. We've had that conversation prior to today's chat anyway, so you might start singing it.
I wonder where Chesney Hawkes is these days anyway.
He's somewhere, I think, anyway. Still singing the one and only somewhere. Mark, thanks again for meeting us today. I really appreciate it. And we've had great conversations over the last few weeks up till today as well. Do you mind sharing with everybody who's watching and listening today a little bit about your business journey?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'll take you all the way back, just so that you know me a little bit. So I've always loved marketing. So on my own full service marketing agency. So it's a one-stop shop. But taking my way back to when I was in my childhood, my dad was at university, and he's an accountant by trade, but he was doing, your marketing modules, and he told me a story, a bedtime story. He told me about marketing, and it sounds geeky, but I just fell in love with the concept, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a marketer, and I went to school. I didn't do so well at school. I didn't really get the grades at school, probably like a lot of us, but came out of that, went to college, did advertising and PR, came out there, studied marketing, and then even studied further than that with professional qualifications with the Chartered Institute of Marketing as well. And that's really held me in good stead of becoming a sort of trusted expert. That's what the business is kind of been built on, trying to be a trusted expert. But I went through my career in marketing, and I worked my way up in many companies. You probably, if you go on my LinkedIn, you'll see that I'm a bit of a job hopper. But we went through the recession, and there was a couple of times where I lost my job and then I had to go and get another job. So it was chop and change. And when I got to was head of marketing in the company, I still just never really felt fully fulfilled. And I thought, is this going to be the rest of my life? But there was always just this niggling thing. I was like, I need to do something on my own. And that's where I started Marketing Mavens just nearly about 7 years ago. So I started Marketing Mavens, and really from day one, everything all fell into place. As I say, I was teaching for Chartered Institute of Marketing. They never really done a lot on digital marketing, and when I started the business, as you know, you've got no money, there's no income coming in, and they offered they said, do you want to write a book on digital marketing? We are going to give it to our students, but we are taking all the copyright, so we'll pay you a lump sum. I was like, yep, I've got all this time now. I'm not working, so yes, I will write the book, and then I'll take the money. And that really set me off with a little bit of money. The business itself is growing year on year. I'm quite proud to say that we've always had at least 32% profit year on year. So it's great. I've seen a sort of team grow around about me, and as I said, the company helps with leads, helps with getting traffic, and ultimately trying to get sales within the business. And I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. One of the best jobs in the world.
Well, I've noticed that as well. You've been following you on LinkedIn and watching some of the great videos that are coming out in a minute. Best one was yesterday, seeing the cat face as well, which I thought was hilarious. Absolutely superb. But I think as well, congratulations, because it's 7 years in March. It's your work anniversary, is that right?
Yep, 7 years in March. So we're going to have a big birthday party.
Absolutely superb. So everything that's gone on in the last 7 years, and especially with that wealth of experience that you've got right about now, and what's been your biggest achievement to date from starting your business, and why is that the case?
Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of achievements through, and I mean, there's been teaching, writing books, a lot of things, but I don't really kind of see it as one big achievement. I think the biggest achievement that I feel is with starting the business is it's seen others around about me grow and evolve as well. So one of our big values that we kind of talk about is like grow together, and that's what I really kind of try and instill with the staff and instill within me as well. If we grow businesses, we will grow. But I also say that within the staff as well. If you help XYZ business grow, you will also grow within this company. So I really live and breathe by that. And actually, you know, seeing businesses from being startups with no money, like I was 7 years ago, now having millions of pounds turnover, and really, you know, looking at that. I mean, there was one time it was like the kids were driving by, and one of the companies is a bifold doors company, and I basically came up with their name, come up with their brand, and have helped them really grow. And they've now got multiple vans driving about. And I was like, see there, that was Daddy that did that. They don't care. They don't care. I don't care about that. I'm not a YouTuber, and I'm not I'm not a cool person like that. But yeah, it's just great. So that the achievements of seeing clients grow is something that's the biggest achievement for me.
Great to see it. Well, it is true. It's great to plant those seeds, see them come to fruition and start to grow and nurture. And really hats off to you for the work that you've been doing with many people and helping them expand their visibility, their engagement. So absolutely superb. Congratulations on doing that. Everything that's been going on in present, and especially in the current climate that we're living in, especially over the last sort of 19 months or so, how have you diversified your business for not just for you, but also for your existing clientele?
Yeah. Well, you know, previous to like the challenges, as we would say, that we were already setting things in motion. We were changing our processes a little bit. We were changing the way that we do things, really about working smarter. Ultimately, we're trying to refine things. I think what happened is it's made it a catalyst. So things have went really quickly, and we had to put the things in place even quicker than what we did. One of the things that I think was really good was we would go to, you know, or I would go to a meeting and say it's in Edinburgh, and you go and meet the person. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I drive all the way through to Edinburgh. I do that 1 hour meeting, and I come back. That's like half a day gone, and then I come back, and then you've got to do the follow up to it. So there's a follow up, and there's maybe a proposal or whatever, right? So that's like the whole day's gone. Now with Zoom and Teams, I'm quickly on half an hour. That's absolutely excellent. And then I send the stuff, you know, 15 minutes later. So in the same time, I'm maybe getting 3, 4, you know, even up to 5 meetings. So things just moved a lot quicker. I got to meet a lot more people. And again, we're doing this face to face. It's actually really good. It's actually really good. You know, it is just as good as meeting face to face.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's obviously kind of some people kind of technophobes and stuff like that. And they you know, it took a while to get around. We also, one of the things that we did, and I'd seen this as well, like you would go and meet somebody and they say, like, give me some pricing or a proposal or something. The time it took to do a proposal was a lengthy time. It could be sometimes half a day to do it. I changed that as well. So basically changed and had free specific prices in packaging. So you've got a compete package, a grow package, and an accelerate package. So that helped. That almost gave transparency to people of going, that's exactly what I'm going to get for that price. And that just, again, was one of the greatest things. Because you might even say, like, I don't know, for people who are pricing, sometimes you would go in and you go, oh, that person's like maybe, you know, one-man band. So they're not going to have a lot of money. So I'm going to I'll price a little bit lower. And then you find out they would have probably spent a lot more money. So it was surprising just even doing that. And yes, and lots of other things. I think it helped improve my sales process from meeting people all the way through. So, you know, from marketing to sales, I think we improved the whole process. And to be honest, I'm saying improved, it's still improving, even to this point. We're still trying to get our head around, you know, other little tools and pieces of technology and things like that to make things better. But I mean, we had, I mean, it's something that I've not been able to shout about or anything like that because it's not moral and ethical, but we had our best sales year ever, and we ended up with 64% profit margin, which was massive. So, but it's not something you can shout about when there's a lot of other businesses that have, struggled and things like that. But I definitely think it's down to being able to change quickly and provide that great service to clients.
I think what you've touched on there as well, though, Mark, is that more productivity happening, without a doubt. And we spoke about this prior to today as well, is that a chance for everybody to reflect on where they are and what they're doing. They can take a deeper dive into what their processes and structures are.
Exactly.
And what many, including yourself, have done is adapted to the environment quite quickly. But having that extra time, that extra few hours, is giving people a chance to do self-reflection and go, right, I need to change that. I need to move that around. I need to tweak this one. That works well. It just fine tunes the vehicle that they've got. So
because it's exactly that. Because like if I was in the car and I'm driving back, I'm thinking about the other 50 things that I've got to do while I've still got to do that follow up. But you've exactly got that. You've got that extra bit of time where you're just going, actually, I did something like that. I'm going to change that the next time. 1 hour, half an hour later, you can change it like straight away, and you learn like very, very quickly. So yeah.
Absolutely super. I mean, you learn to adapt to the ideas. And talking about adapting to the environment, and everybody's been doing, especially yourself, you always talk about the top 3 golden tips of advice, and hoping that you'd share what is your golden tips, number 3 of them, you would share with a business owner in creating a business marketing strategy. What would you share with them?
Definitely get your foundation right. So get what that means is know who you are. I think there's so many businesses out there that try to be someone else, or they see something and they go, I want to do that. You need to really understand who you are. And I was saying this to you before, is when you meet people and you see them maybe on LinkedIn or wherever, you get this, you can see their persona. And then when you meet them face to face, you go, you're not that person. And you're like, I'd actually like this person a lot better. It's like, why don't you market that person? Because people are going to buy from you. There's a lot more people going to buy from you like that. So know who you are, tell people who you are, and then be who you are is one of them. Second golden rule, which is a bit of a business one, is be balanced. I think, quite often we know what we're good at. So maybe I'm good at the operations and I'll get stuck into that, but I don't really want to do the finance part of it, or I don't want to do the managing staff part of it. You be balanced on that. So these parts do have to get managed as well. So I kind of have 4 pillars in business: is make sure that you're balanced with the finance, make sure you balance with business growth, make sure you balance with your operations, like your marketing activities, your customer, and make sure you balance with your staff and systems. Make sure that's right across, and make sure you're doing each part, even every day or every week, that you're always just kind of tying into that. Because even, for instance, things with finance, people can go, I've not invoiced that person, I've not invoiced that person, and all of a sudden that's a large amount of time where you've not got that money in. And then thirdly, it's all about the customer. Make sure that you treat the customer right. And we ourselves are all about being trusted experts, and we try to do that within the customer, really be like they're a trusted relationship almost. I'd see so many people out there, other marketing agencies and all that sort of stuff, that they may be overpriced, they maybe do certain things a little bit differently. And I think that's the thing that we almost have to try and convince a lot of people, that we are a kind of trusted partner. So really think of your customers like that is the third golden rule.
Thanks very much, Mark. And I think there's some great ideas and hints and tips in there for everybody to use in their business, or if they're a key influencer in their business, to use as well, to adapt and make it work for them. One of the things I want to move on to next is something we spoke about briefly as well, is that what's the next step for your business? But you've also got a vested interest into teaching and giving many people an insight into marketing. Would you mind expanding on that one for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been teaching for, I think, 12 years now. So when I became a chartered marketer, so I taught myself, became a chartered marketer, and it was all through all the multiple different jobs that I was going for. I ended up applying to be a shooter. So I've been teaching, other people, marketing directors across the world, actually. I've been in different places, so it's been quite good. And again, with the recent things and with technology uptake, I actually thought, what if I actually take advantage of that? What if I take advantage of all the teaching and all the notes that I've got there and the slides that I've got there, and build a learning management system? So we're building a learning management system just now. The whole platform's built. It's just me that has to sit and record them. All. I've got my staff members saying, I need content. And I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. But ultimately, it's ultimately coming about for us. It's a way of us being unique. We talk about marketing mavens, but it's almost about growth. It's a growth of a business. It's not just marketing. Marketing's a lot more. Marketing kind of touches into sales, and marketing also touches into a bit of training and marketing as well. So we're really trying to be your growth partner rather than just your marketing partner.
Helping you, a ghost or a secondary person that's holding your hand and then lifting you to that growth area of your business as well. So absolutely superb, Mark. Thank you. Everything that we've spoke about today and everything that you've achieved and all the areas that you cover, and especially you've been helping many, many people. How can anybody get in touch with you today who's been watching and listening today and thought, you know what, I need to reach out, get in contact with Mark, let's get the conversation organized and see what he can do for my business? How can they do that?
Yep. Get on my website, which is marketingmavens.co.uk. If you want to contact me directly, check me out on LinkedIn. I think my name's LinkedIn Mark Richard Connolly. So if you want to do that and just get a direct message, and I'll get back to you as quick as possible.
Absolutely superb. And I would highly recommend anybody who's watching and listening today to reach out to Mark. He's got some great, funny, hysterical stories as well from various different experiences that we spoke about prior to camera today as well. But make the connection, start the conversation, because you'll be very surprised what opportunities you'll discover in the many conversations that you have. And Mark, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us today. Revitalise Meets.
No, really thank you very much. It was really, really good and really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Oh, absolute pleasure. Thanks again, everybody, for watching and listening today. And we look forward to seeing you back at the next Revitalise Meets, where I get the opportunity to meet a key influencer, a business entrepreneur, and a business leader across the global business community. Take care, stay safe, and remember, as always, keep connecting. Take care. Bye-bye for now.